Did you know that every single day the average American produces 4.4 pounds of waste just on their own? Considering the current state of our planet, this is a statistic we should all be working to reduce. My name is Jessica Hammond, and today my purpose is to show you a few simple recipes that can help you reduce your waste. We'll start off by discussing the zero waste movement and then move on to these easy, inexpensive techniques, showcasing first an everyday product, facial toner, and then a method of stress relief, pillow spray. All right, so to begin, the zero waste movement is a movement that was started in response to our global pollution crisis. The purpose of it is to reduce waste to the point that methods of discarding waste like landfills and incineration are no longer needed, thereby limiting pollution and also toxic gases that build up in our atmosphere. While it may seem like an impossible task, there are people all across the country right now who have made this the core of their lifestyle. The key to going 100% zero waste is to start small and build upon that foundation a little bit every single day. And these two recipes can help you take that first step. So our first one is going to be for a facial toner. And for this facial toner, you're going to want to make sure you have your ingredients. We're going to be using witch hazel and apple cider vinegar. And it's going to be 3 parts witch hazel and 1 part apple cider vinegar. And we're just going to be using a tablespoon for the demonstration to keep it simple. All right, so starting off, you're going to want to get your witch hazel. Here's your first one. And your second. And your third. And then moving on to the vinegar. And we're just going to do 1 tablespoon of vinegar. All right. So then for this, all you're going to want to do is mix it up a little. So the two things are nice and blended. And then if you have a container to put it into, you can use a spray bottle, but you can also use a regular container. Just pour it right in there. Now, like I said, we're not doing much for this because this is just a demonstration, but you can make as much as you want to. So here is your first recipe. This you can apply to your face early in the morning or late at night for a nice deep cleanse, something that evens out your skin tone. And you can use a cotton ball and do it that way, either a reusable one or a discardable one. Just make sure if you're using a discardable one, you put it in a compost to keep that whole zero waste idea. Right. Moving on to our second recipe. Our second recipe is going to be a pillow spray. So if you haven't heard of a pillow spray, the purpose of a pillow spray is to help you relax, unwind, and make sure you're getting a good night's sleep. So for this spray, we're going to be using water, witch hazel, and essential oils. You can use any essential oils that you want to, but just make sure that when you do this recipe, it's going to be 1 part water and 1 part witch hazel. So for this, we're going to up the ratio a little bit, so we stick with the 4 tablespoon idea. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of water. And then we're going to do 2 of witch hazel. Now, as I'm sure a lot of you know, there are plenty of benefits to using essential oils, and you can use whichever ones you would like to. I just decided to go with lavender and eucalyptus for their stress relieving effects. And when you use your essential oils, you don't need too much, just 2 or 3 drops is enough. All right. And then you're just going to want to mix this up like we did with the first recipe. Make sure that the elements aren't separated. And then for this one, you're going to want to put it in a spray bottle. So make sure that you do have a spray bottle handy. And we're just going to funnel that in. All right. So here we have a little pillow spray. And this spray can be applied to your pillow or your bed sheets, and then right before you go to bed, and that'll help promote a good night's sleep. We'll test it out. There we go. So, now that we've discussed the zero waste movement and I've showed you these two simple zero waste techniques, the facial toner and the pillow spray, I hope you've learned a little bit more about the importance of preserving our planet and what you can do to help do that. Remember, even taking the smallest step towards reducing your waste can make a massive difference. The only question that remains is, are you willing to take that step? Thank you.